All right, buckle up for some serious political drama because today we are diving deep into the Reform UK party.
Oh, Reform UK.
Yeah, a party that's been all over the news lately, but maybe not for the reasons they'd prefer.
Right.
We've got this news article here, and it's detailing some pretty shocking allegations, and it seems like it's really thrown the whole party into a bit of turmoil.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story, isn't it? I mean, Reform UK, as you know, the successor to Nigel Farage's Brexit party, they've been doing pretty well in the polls recently.
They have.
But now they've got this potential scandal on their hands. And who knows? This could really derail all that progress they've been making.
Yeah, and it's not a small scandal either.
No.
This article jumps right in, and the first thing it tells us is that MP Rupert Lowe
Oh, wow.
has been suspended from the party.
Suspend.
And not only suspended, he's actually been reported to the police.
Wow, serious stuff.
Yeah, the accusations are, they're pretty intense.
Yeah, what are they saying exactly?
Well, Reform UK is alleging that Lowe's made threats of physical violence against their chairman, Zia Youssef,
Against the chairman.
and apparently on at least two separate occasions.
Oh, wow.
And then on top of that, there are these allegations of bullying from two female employees, and they worked in Lowe's offices, both his parliamentary office and his constituency office.
Oh, so multiple accusations
Multiple accusations.
from different sources.
It's a lot, and I think it's super important to remember that at this point, these are just allegations.
Right, Flish.
And Lowe's is very strongly denying all of them.
Okay.
He's calling the allegations untrue and false. He insists there's zero credible evidence to back any of it up, and he's even gone so far as to seek legal advice.
Okay, so he's lawyering up.
Yeah, he is, and this is where it really starts to get interesting because Reform UK isn't just sweeping this under the rug, you know?
No, they're not messing around, it seems.
No, they're not. They've hired a senior lawyer, a King's Counsel no less, to investigate those bullying claims, and when it comes to those threat allegations, they went straight to the police.
So they're taking it very seriously.
Very serious.
They're not just, writing it off as nothing.
Not at all, but there's always another side to every story. Right. The article also mentions that Lowe hasn't cooperated with that bullying investigation.
Mm-hmm.
But then Lowe comes back and says, no, I've actually talked to that lawyer at length.
Oh, so he's saying he has cooperated.
Yeah, and he even said this very pointed quote. He said, "I find a knife in my back over false allegations."
Ouch, that's a strong statement.
It is.
I mean, it really just highlights the problem here, right? It's a he said, she said situation.
Totally.
And without more information coming out, it's really tough to know what actually went down.
And to make matters even more complicated, it seems like this whole thing might be connected to some very public criticism that Lowe aimed at the party leader, Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage.
Yeah, so there was this recent newspaper interview, and in it, Lowe called Reform UK a protest party led by the Messiah.
Oh, he did not.
Oh, he did.
That probably didn't go over so well.
You think?
I'm guessing not with Farage.
No, not at all. Farage being Farage, known for his very fiery personality. He shot back immediately, rejecting that whole protest party label and basically implying that Lowe was totally out of line.
Okay, so things are heating up between them.
Things are very heated, and get this, Lowe's suspension came just one day after this very public back and forth.
So the timing is definitely suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Like, it makes you wonder if they're connected.
Right, and Lowe doesn't shy away from that connection either.
Yeah.
He flat out believes that his suspension is retaliation for his criticism of Farage.
Okay.
Reform UK, though they deny any link between the two.
Of course they do.
Well, they would, wouldn't they?
Right.
So it really begs the question for us, what's really going on here? Is this a genuine attempt to deal with some serious misconduct, or is it all just a political power play?
It's a good question, and we're seeing all of this, these allegations, these denials, this very public feud, and it's all happening against the backdrop of, internal party politics.
It's a mess. There's no other way to put it, and honestly, it couldn't have come at a worse time for Reform UK.
Oh, how so?
Well, Lowe's suspension leaves them with only 4 MPs in Parliament.
Only 4.
Which obviously weakens their influence significantly.
Right. I mean, with only 4, it's a lot harder to make your voice heard to actually influence legislation.
Yeah, exactly. And then beyond that practical stuff, you've got this public feud, and it's just doing so much damage to their image.
Oh, absolutely. Especially after they've been doing so well in the polls.
Yeah, this is the kind of bad publicity that can really hurt a political party, particularly one that's trying to build momentum and attract new voters.
Yeah, no one wants to be associated with a party that's imploding.
Exactly. And it's interesting because the article even mentions Tim Montgomery.
Right, the former conservative commentator?
Yeah, the one who recently defected to Reform UK.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, he said that he sensed tension between Farage and Lowe pretty much from the moment he joined the party.
Oh.
Yeah, like it was always simmering beneath the surface, and he even suggested that this whole blow-up was kind of inevitable.
Wow, so he saw it coming.
It seems that way, and that's just fascinating to me.
Yeah, I guess you wonder if this is just an isolated incident or if it points to some deeper divisions within the party.
Right. Are there other people who share Lowe's concerns about Farage and where the party's headed?
Yeah, maybe this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, we've got a lot to unpack here, so let's dive into those specific allegations against Lowe's and see what they might tell us about the inner workings of the party.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, if you really look at the allegations themselves, they paint a pretty disturbing picture. We're talking about threats of physical violence, and not just once, but on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
If these allegations are true, it really suggests a hostile work environment. Yeah.
and potentially even dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't stop there.
Oh,
The article says that there have been complaints about Lowe's behavior in the past as well. Yeah, they were made to parliamentary authorities, so this isn't just a one-off thing.
so it's like a pattern.
It points to a possible pattern of misconduct.
That's serious. And it's worth noting that Reform UK felt it was necessary to go to the police with this.
Yeah, that's a big step, right?
It suggests they think there's actually enough evidence here for a criminal investigation.
Right. Reporting someone to the police isn't something that a political party does lightly.
No.
It carries a lot of weight, and there could be real consequences.
Totally. And what kind of consequences are we talking about?
Well, if the police find enough evidence to support the allegations, Lowe's could actually face criminal charges.
Wow.
Yeah, potentially even jail time.
Jail time.
It's possible. It really adds a whole other dimension to this whole situation.